finally have the first episode to my dear friend Nekotan. Now, this is going to be a review slash reaction for the first episode of Nekotan. Now, my overall thoughts are this anime did not disappoint. This is one of those batshit insane, crazy types of anime to where think of movies or shows like Emperor's New Groove or Nichijou. It's in that vein of what I like to call nonsense comedy, to where it should not work, but it does. Now, for a show like Nekotan, the writing has to be on point, or else everything, no matter if the show is beautifully animated or if the music is excellent, if the writing falls flat, nothing else works. And thankfully, the writing is on point for this show. 98% of the jokes in this first episode gave me a good chuckle, and I laughed. That is the most important thing for a show like Nekotan or any other type of comedy in the same vein. Now, as I said, other examples I can immediately point to is, of course, the movie Emperor's New Groove and Nichijou. If you haven't seen any other of those movies, those are definitely high recommendations that I can definitely give. Now, the animation for this show is fantastic. I was not expecting anything less from Studio Wit. They are a very talented studio, and I am very impressed with their animation in this. It blends very well, and the tone of the show blends very well with the really terrible CGI tier. That just with the whole tone of the show, that meshes really well. And overall, the OST I thought was excellent. I really enjoyed the music in this first episode. I thought it meshed really well. The opening song is catchy as all get go. That, if you're not careful, that song will get stuck in your head, which for a lot of people from the marketing and the trailer, it probably already has. Unfortunately, the ending theme song, that one is... That one's okay. It's not as strong as the rest of the OST or the intro song. And overall, the characters are... The main two characters, Nekotan and Koshi, I believe her name is... Let me check that real quick. Yes, Koshi. Her lines being the straight man in all of this, I thought was very funny. And her constantly trying to keep Nekotan from revealing her delinquent past, I thought was hilarious. And and of course the character designs I thought were fantastic. This show has a very unique art style to it. I really liked it. The colors are nice and bright. Everything is very well animated, and Nekotan herself is just adorable. But then at the same time, you have some really rather creepy imagery out of nowhere, and some JoJo memes. As I've said before, I haven't seen JoJo, but the memes from that show is undeniably one of the inspirations for this. And this show in itself is going to be 100% memeable. Even from this first episode alone, there are so many damn memeable sections from this first episode, and that's where a lot of this sort of comedy shines. And overall, that's all I really got. I can't even describe you to the plot because it's not gonna make any damn sense. It's one of those shows that you have to actually watch to see to believe. Even then, it's not gonna make much sense with how crazy this show gets, even in the first episode. Now, my score for the first episode of my dear friend Nekotan is going to be a solid 8 out of 10. I highly enjoyed this episode, and if you're looking for just something to where you can just enjoy and have a good laugh, this show is definitely going to provide that for you, and without a shadow of a doubt. Now, this has been Ryder. I'm out.